All right, so this is we are walking along looking for someplace to eat. We just saw Waiting for Godot,
Yes.
which changed Jose's life, man. He's a libertarian now. He
No.
says he's joining the Libertarian Party.
That's right. I am leaving the LaRouche organization once and for all, and I'm joining the Libertarian Existentialist organization. Oh, there we go. I'm joining the Libertarian organization now for people who are tired of the monotony of life and who think life is just repetitive but are too afraid to kill themselves. Which is what I think what the whole thing was about. I mean, it was like,
yeah. So you went in cold.
I went in completely
cold. You had
cold.
never read it.
Nope.
You didn't know the show.
My girlfriend said Keanu Reeves, though, and that was the main motivating factor of choosing that over chess.
Right. Yeah.
So, nothing.
I gave Jose a choice between this and chess. When he picked this, I assumed he knew the show.
Well, I wanted to do something more serious. I mean, I did do a cursory Google search, and chess seemed to be like, funny, musical, which I'm all for, but
you want something more weighty.
I want something that I can talk about over dinner and disagree with people about. I want to argue over Thanksgiving dinner about the meaning of this play. Which
I do. Are you having Christmas? Well, now we're past Thanksgiving.
Christmas.
You're gonna have Christmas dinner with people who want to argue about Waiting for Godot.
No,
it's a very cultured Christmas dinner.
Well, probably not. But,
all right.
Maybe I'll invite you to dinner. You can with my new Catholic family.
Oh, that would be nice. Well, actually, Christmas.
Yeah.
I have a standing engagement.
Oh, Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? Because Latinos we do Christmas Eve.
Day.
Hispanic people do Christmas Eve. That's our Christmas. Christmas Day is hungover.
So you're doing Christmas Eve. All right. So that would be pretty funny. So sure.
Okay.
Sure. I used to go with my Catholic friends. We used to go to Catholic Mass, midnight Mass.
Yeah. That's a thing.
Yeah, we'd all be laughing in the back. I mean, hey, I was following their lead. They were the Catholics, not me. All right. So you liked the second act better, you said.
The second act makes the first act make sense because it's like, I mean, I get the whole existential argument. Life itself is absurd, right? But the Sisyphus argument is that life is absurd, therefore living is absurd. However, living, knowing that life is absurd, is a declaration of resistance. So you decide to live despite the fact that life is absurd, which I disagree with on a philosophical level. I think living is great. I think being alive is awesome. But regardless.
Yeah, give it a few years.
Anyway, you're not gonna suck the life out of me yet, but
you haven't sat down to dinner with
me. Regardless, but I think the whole, this thing, I mean, it's useful to kind of see the sort of what's in people's minds and the culture nowadays, and I'm thinking back, like, do you know what year this was made?
Godot, I believe, was the 50s.
See, that makes sense. 10 years after, or, close to 10 years after World War II, like some of the most intense, bloody fighting humanity has ever seen, right? Like millions and millions of people just slaughtered and dead for ideologies and really no reason that those people should have died. First use of the atomic bomb. I think it's a good reflection of people's sort of cultural outlook and optimism about humanity, period, whether man is good or not. And, I'm a big believer that all art is political. Well, yeah, which is why, like, I really like Dadaism too. But regardless, like, I think this play is a sort of good thing for people to wrestle with, whether or not you are a believer that life is inherently bad or not, and is life just a dream within a dream, as Edgar Poe would put it? Because that's there's a poem that Edgar Poe has called "The Dream Within a Dream." But take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow: you are wrong who deem my days have been a dream. And if hope has flown away in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Now that's just the first That's the first half.
So is there any truth that if you defeat Richie Torres and you're elected to Congress, you're going to replace the Pledge of Allegiance with that poem?
With Edgar Poe? I pledge allegiance. No.
You're going to make school children recite that?
But like, because the whole thing of like when they wake up the next day and everybody but Dee Dee does not forget what happened the day before. And also the fact that Dee Dee kind of forgets where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
And the second half of the play of the poem, of Edgar Poe's poem, begins, I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore and hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep, while I weep, while I weep. Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? So it's kind of, I was thinking about Dee Dee from that perspective, like he's trying hard to sort of hold on to these memories that everyone else thinks is so meaningless that they forgot that he might have even forgotten what day it is. I mean, this thing with Pazzo, you know, being blind. Was he really blind? Was Lucky really dumb to where he forgot what he could or couldn't say? I mean, honestly, I mean, it's definitely pro-existential, pro-life is absurd and meaningless, you know, which I disagree with again.
Mm-hmm.
But, and also it's
You're a positive guy.
It's supposed to be a good metaphor for life, because in this absurdity, there will be moments where you laugh, and there will be moments where you cry. There is humor in the absurdity. And I think it's a pro-atheist play, you know. I don't know. I mean, so it really depends. Like, it also goes to show how you should see art in general, because you can't.
This place is pretty good, and it's usually not empty.
Oh yeah, tasty hand, or the right here.
The hand-pulled noodles. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, so to wrap it up here, so in the end, Jose kind of liked it.
Yeah.
For me, as a theater guy, I'm watching it that way. I'm watching it as a theater person. Very much like Shakespeare, I think it's usually better on the page than in performance. It is such difficult material. I've honestly never seen a production of Godot that I thought was successful, like artistically successful. I've never seen this play done in a way that I thought was good.
We didn't even get to Keanu as an actor. Bad. Okay, sorry. That's wrong. But it's like Keanu's range is like this. It's like that much.
And this is, just for anyone who hasn't been following, this is a continuation of our series, Russ trashes famous people appearing on Broadway. I've done it pretty much every Broadway show I've gone to, except Glengarry Glen Ross. Those guys were perfect for that show. Perfect. But okay, look. So this is the thing with stunt casting. Even with Bill and Ted, they still couldn't sell out Waiting for Godot most performances. Most people are not going to go see Waiting for Godot. I went to see this not expecting it to be good, but expecting to be dead by the next time they revive Waiting for Godot on Broadway. So I said, well, if you ever want to see that show on Broadway, this is it. You're not getting another chance. That having been said, and okay, to qualify that, I've only seen Americans do Waiting for Godot. And, you know, I studied it in college. You study theater, you learn Waiting for Godot. And then I got a job driving a horse and carriage, where I started hanging around all these Irish carriage drivers, and I absorbed the lilt of the way they spoke. And then I read Waiting for Godot, and I said, oh, shit. This play doesn't work without that. It's written for that Irish, mordant sense of humor. And if you don't do that, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work without that. I was at one point thinking about casting carriage drivers to do Waiting for Godot, because we were always hanging around on Central Park South waiting for a ride. And I was like, you know, this is kind of like Waiting for Godot. You just get these guys and you tell them, look, man, just act like you do on 6th Avenue, and the whole thing is going to fall into place. So there's that element of it. It's one of those things very much like Shakespeare. You can't just method act your way through it. The language is too complicated. The concepts are too difficult. Like, you've really got to have a mastery of it. You've really got to have a vision. And you really have to have actors that can find the core of what is essentially a prolonged tone poem.
That's right.
It is essentially a prolonged poem and a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Winter was okay, but I mean, what you just
it was
said,
okay, but that's also the director. Like, what did the director even communicate to them about what this play was about?
Yeah.
And then what he did with Pazzo,
You didn't like that.
It's entertaining for 2 minutes. When I see things like that, the director was intimidated by the material. The actor didn't know what to do with it. So they went for a very big, over-the-top, cliched performance that they thought would be big enough to keep the audience's attention. But it's completely disconnected from the language and the action.
Yeah.
You do Godot, obviously, as with any play, it starts with the script. You have a beautiful tone poem here, whether it's your cup of tea or not. It's beautiful language. You need actors who can find that, and you need a director who can communicate a very clear vision to those actors so that there's a consistent logic to the play that is like the logic of a dream, right? That is how you do Godot. And as I said, I've never seen anyone pull it off, but I've never seen an Irish cast do it.
Yeah, what you just said, the logic of a dream, Irish morbid humor, and that adds another dimension too, with it being written in the 50s after what the Irish have gone through already.
There's definitely that element to it.
I didn't even.
It's coming from the Irish soul. I don't think it plays without that element.
See, yeah, I need to read it. I need to read the source material because you're right. I mean, okay, wow. This guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to theater. So,
That's my gig.
Are we reopening a theater in the Bronx?
Okay, when I get back from Asia, assuming I don't die.
Hey, please don't die.
I'm going to try.
I have some Chinese spy contacts over there. So
everyone I know does. That says a lot about the life I live. But yes, when I get back, I really want to do a show in the fall.
Okay, fine.
That is one of my ambitions, and I'm going to teach this kid everything I know.
Okay.
I teach him everything I know because he's the only one who cares.
Yeah. I will find a Shakespeare troupe and have them work together now that 10 years from now, they'll be good to do Hamlet, the big ones.
You know what, man? The political theaters, historically, usually what they wind up doing is teaching activists how to act instead of trying to teach actors how to care. They wind up, that's my experience. Like when I worked with Bread and Puppet Theater, they didn't go after actors. They would put up ads for people in the community, and then they would teach them puppetry.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense because like you can't give an actor morality. You can't make them care about the world. But if you have someone who already cares about the world and then you teach them how to act,
that's it.
That's
the way to
so much
do it.
better. And that's true for choruses too, by the way. That's true for all kinds of expressive art forms,
Well, I think you're going to see a renaissance of live events as people start to realize that how disconnected they are and how damaging that is to their soul and to their psyche. I think theater is going to come back. I really do. I'm not just saying that because I love it. I think it makes sense. They're going to, not just that, like live things, going to see live music in a cafe. Like these things are going to make a comeback. Because I think we're not only like primates, we're also like insects. The hive, when something is killing the hive, comes together to kill the thing that's killing it.
Or maybe people are just going to reject AI. Because that's the thing, too.
You're already seeing that,
man.
Of
course.
I was watching a history video last night where they had a big banner at the beginning, no AI content used.
I love that. And that's exactly why I would watch something
I've had people get mad at me for sharing AI content.
Yeah, fuck AI. I mean, I know you have. I haven't said anything, but... because I love you, I'm not gonna, I just think like, anyway.
All right, we're gonna go eat.
Yeah.
We're gonna go eat before we get off on another tangent.
That's right.
All right.